Hello. So obviously I'm about to go to work. Yay, yay, yay. I'm actually really excited to go to work because I've been just kind of broke for a minute, which I talked about in that video of me saying I'm having a really bad day. I talked about I'm gonna be going to work on Saturday. So here we are, going to work today after not doing nothing all week. So I like getting dressed up and doing my little makeup. I don't do a ton of makeup, but I like kind of getting dressed and smelling good and doing my hair and doing my makeup, even though I'm just wearing work clothes, ain't really nothing special. But even my job, like, it's a cool little job, like, which I talked about all of this, but it's just like I'm really, really, really confused why my phone just keeps running out of space, because I get it. I have a ton of like photos and videos and stuff that's taking up most of my space, but like I constantly vlog and I just delete the footage, and like I've been able to vlog like 14 minutes and 15 minutes and then like I don't know, and then delete it. But I film a video in 1 minute and then not only that, but my phone in general, and maybe it wasn't the fact that it was space, maybe my phone does this thing where it literally acts possessed. Sometimes it will just randomly do stuff, like it'll scroll by itself, it'll push things by itself. Even just now, like I was having problems with my phone because my phone is like, it almost wouldn't even open. And the screen was almost like fully unresponsive. Like truly, sometimes this phone works like a charm and sometimes it barely functions. And I know that truthfully, like I've spoke about this before, I'm gonna need a new phone. I'm going to need a new phone because this is not going to work. This is not reliable. I'm glad and grateful that it is at least working now. It's functioning just enough to do the basics. It's not doing anything great, but it's functioning enough to do the basics for me to feel comfortable. So I will acknowledge that. But I also just will say, like, this phone just, I need a new phone. This check ain't finna be much of nothing, but it'll be enough for me to not be just completely slacking. And like, if I don't know, then I work next Saturday, and yeah, and then I start my full-time job in 2 weeks. So now the countdown is there. So I start my job in 2 weeks, and my grandma's telling me stuff like, well, I'm gonna get cataract surgery, so this Monday I won't need you to take me, but next Monday I'm like, that's fine. But truth be told, once I start working my job, they're saying you can't take off for 90 days, right? And not only that, but I don't want to, because I want to get hired full-time with this job. Well, permanently is what I mean. I'm only working this job as a temporary employee for now, but I really want to be able to get on permanently. So I don't want stuff like that to what's the word, jeopardize or sabotage my job. My grandma's not gonna sabotage my job. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying not to curse so much, but truthfully, I don't care about your eye surgeries and all this stuff. Once I start working, you're not going to sabotage my job. So you can find somebody to take you. If I can, if I am like, if it's in my schedule where I'm off and I can take you, then I have no problem. That's what I'm saying. If my schedule allows me to have time to take you, then I wouldn't have any problems with that. But if you're trying to have me take you to and from the doctor, while I have to work, like on my actual hours, that's not going to work. That's not gonna work. You're gonna have to find somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else but me. Anybody else but me. Because I'm not gonna come this far with trying to be independent and securing jobs only for it to be sabotaged yet again, because we know my mom kind of sabotaged my first job, my office job. And it just be stuff like that. This is exactly what I be telling you about. This is why it seems like I can just never be independent. Something always happens. Something is always seems to happen where I can't fully get to that point of being independent. Of course, once I start being able to have a good job, my grandma all of a sudden wants to get cataract surgery and she's gonna need me to drive her to and from the doctor for the next 2 months or something. Like, I don't know. Once again, if my schedule permits it, then fine. But if it doesn't, that's on you. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. And you're not going to force me either. That's that part. You're not going to force me. Because I'm trying to get out of here. I am trying everything to get out of here. It's a very gradual process. You know? It is not an overnight thing. It's taking me, ever since I officially restarted, I made my video on this channel starting over. It's been 2 months so far. 2 months have passed by of me fully taking my independence journey seriously. It's been 2 months. Now, I have been trying over the past 10 years, but I don't know if I have just completely given it all I got. I don't know if I just completely I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I can make a whole nother video as far as why it took so long for me to move out of my parents' house, why I'm still here. I'm not really going to make a video about that right now, but yeah. So the kids will be here with Gurney. So I hope everything is good. But it feels good to get out the house. I've been literally stuck in the house for a week. And going to the store doesn't count either. Let's just be honest here. Going to the store doesn't count. Going up to Kroger, that's literally down the street, that doesn't count. I'm talking about actually feeling excited to leave the house, get dressed, look nice. You know what I'm saying? And even though I'm going to work, still. And I kind of think to myself, when I start working, what are going to be my off days? I know I'm going to have Monday through Friday that's working, and I'm going to have Saturdays and Sundays. But if I'm pulling a lot of shifts, which I'm not complaining, pulling these weekend shifts means more money, which means it goes towards my independence, right? So I'm really not complaining, but it's my part-time and my full-time job is Monday through Friday, and then my stadium job is on Saturdays, and then I go to church on Sundays. So and I can't take off any days, any sick days or anything like that. So it's just kind of I just kind of thought to myself, dang, I'm not really going to have any real time off. It just depends. I wouldn't mind it, because it would depend. If I'm able to work 7 till 3, and let's say I wanted to go shopping or something and I wanted to have a me day after work, I could do that. 3 o'clock is a great time to still leave the house, and you have a lot of time to, do what you want to do. Especially on a Friday, maybe, Saturdays. Okay, we might be working, but I may not be working every Saturday though. So given that, also Sundays, there may be times where I don't go to church. I might have one Sunday out of the month that I might decide to not go to church and just truly just have a me day, just because I don't have that. It just really depends. A lot of it really depends on how I feel, but I want to get excited about getting my life together. It's just the fact that unfortunately it's still going to take time. It's still just a matter of time. And sometimes, you know, that's really hard to do, because but yeah. All right, well, I'm probably not going to be able to film at work because they are weird about stuff like that, but I'll probably see you after work. I really was just trying to say the fact that, like, my mom, we're at the gas station about to go to work, and my mom insisted on going to the specific gas station because that's the cheapest gas. But like, there's a thousand people here and we're already running late to work. You could have went, there's 1,000 gas stations out there. Like, you could have went somewhere else, but just to get 2 cents less, you know what I'm saying, we had to go here to be, just to be even more late at work, only for her to realize that it wasn't as cheap as she thought. She was like, oh, it's not 303, it's 305. I could have swore it said 303. Like, my biggest thing is I know not to say nothing. I can't say nothing. I have to just stay quiet, because I've learned my lesson to say anything. This is the type of stuff I be talking about. When I am gone, when I'm independent, I gotta deal with this type of stuff. Back home. I only wanted to film this because I just wanted to show how tired I am. I'll try and talk about it later, maybe. It's almost 2 in the morning. We just got, well, it's 1:22. We just got in bed. And I am extremely exhausted. This is probably the most exhausted I've ever been in my entire life. This is probably the most exhausted I've ever been in my entire life. But I will talk about this later, because I did have a lot of fun. So then I come in here. I really just wanted to vlog because I wanted to tell you guys about last night. I was way too exhausted to tell you about last night. But last night, well, yesterday in general at work, it was super fun. You know, one of the perks to my job is free concerts. And I wanted to say, I've been using my mouthwash. It's almost gone. I think next time I want to get something stronger, like, so actual Listerine. And I've been using my floss picks as well. I floss my teeth every day now. So just give me a quick minute. I didn't even do it the way as good as I would like, but this is fine. I just want to quickly do this. Yeah. Okay, so basically we went to work and they did put us outside, and you guys know about how I feel about them putting us outside in this 100-degree Texas heat. It was not it, but the thing is, it actually wasn't so bad because we were in the shade. We were on the side of the building, so we were in the shade, and it just wasn't that bad, thankfully. And I think I might use a different moisturizer today. Which one am I gonna use today? I think I'm gonna use this Kiehl's one. But yeah, we were outside today, and me and my mom got our security license so we can get a pay increase. And I checked my daily pay balance, and the money is there. Guys, we made like $156 yesterday. Yeah, we got a pay increase from we got a pay increase because we work the security. Now we got our security license, and you get a pay increase when you do that. So that came in clutch because yeah, I needed some money. I've been broke for a minute, so this is gonna hold me up. It's definitely gonna last a week because we work next week, and next week is the Cowboys game. So yeah. But anyway, we the good part about last night was that it was a Zach Bryan concert, and I don't know if any of you guys know who Zach Bryan is, but here's the thing, I didn't know who this guy was. I kind of decided to look him up. I don't think I'm just going to be the biggest fan of his, but it was really cool being able to see him for free, you know, when other people, literally, like, we caught the entire concert for free. We got really good, seats. We were standing, but you know what I mean. We got a really good view of him. Because a lot of times when I go to concerts, every time I feel like I've been to a concert, I've had to sit way up at the top. Like, you could barely, like, just forget seeing the actual person. You're just looking at the screen, you know. And to some degree, you almost feel like I could just do this at home. Like, I can't even see the person. I'm way up here. But at the same time, you can't catch the essence of how amazing it is to be at a live concert at home, because obviously, yeah, that. So I actually was like jamming out to his music. It was like so cool. Like, I really like him. So once again, his name is Zach Bryan. He's like a country singer. And the thing is, I don't listen to country music like at all. So of course I don't know who he is, but it's just really interesting to see in perspective, like, the essence of a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? When you don't involve yourself in that world of celebrity, these are just normal, regular people. He just looked like a normal, regular white man to me. I mean, ain't nothing special about his looks. Now, his talent is there. He's very talented. He's a good singer. He can play the guitar. I think he can also play the harmonica. And he's just a really good singer. I'll give him that. You know, I will give him that. He is a good performer. I really enjoyed myself as a black woman who likes all types of music, you know, but I don't really love country. Maybe it's because I'm from Texas and, like, I don't know, sometimes I hear country music all the time. in certain areas, certain places. Not only that, but just it's just not my thing. And you could tell because 99% of the people there were white people. So white people love them some country music. You know? But yeah, like he just looked like a regular white dude. And that just shows you these celebrities are just regular. He's my age. He's 28, which is really amazing. He's very accomplished. He's very accomplished. Because me, myself, I am 28 and still living with my mom and ain't doing shit. So, that's really amazing to see someone your same age literally on the stage, like, performing. Like, that's literally so great. I feel very happy for him. He's doing way better than I could ever dream or imagine. Then he had went down and then he had came to the other side where we were. I don't know how to explain it, but like he kind of like went down under the stage. He must have went all the way under a tunnel and then he went into a room. So all the people started crowding over by us. We had to barricade and not let them out the exit. They were literally like so close to us, all these white people. And beautiful white people though. It wasn't like no, and I really don't want to say this, I really don't, but it wasn't like not classy white people. That's all I'll say. It wasn't not classy white people. It was, which I'm thinking of a word, but I'm not going to say that word. But what I will say is it was just, everybody was so cute and cool looking and very nice and friendly and all these things. So anyway, he had came out and entered in another side and everybody was just crowding around us because he had came out like right by us. So once again, I got to see him. And it's so funny because he's so short in person. He might be like 5'6", 5'7" or something. Like, he is not very tall when I saw him. And people were just touching him and stuff. He got his guitar. So there was another stage and he had just walked through and then like went up the stage. So like, I don't know. Like, that was just so cool. Like, it was really, really cool. I had a blast. I really did. I had so much fun. You know, like I said, he may not be my cup of tea, but you know what? I really enjoyed myself. And I may have got some attention from some white boys. I may or may not had some white boys come up to me. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But I'm like finished getting ready. Let's go to the room, I guess. But yeah, I may or may not had quite a few white boys come up to me. But it's just crazy because the first half of our shift, I was outside sweating in the sun and then like just down, like just the way I felt though is different. Like, yes, the essence was cool and the aesthetic and all these things, but when it comes down to how did I feel, okay, I was sweating well, maybe not profusely, but I was sweating, and I did take a shower and stuff. It was like I was sweating, and like then once we got to the concert, like we were so close, pent up against people, like we were kind of holding it back so people can't exit. People were pent up against me, and I'm like, bro, like I was outside for 5 hours sweating in the sun, like I did not want to be all close to people. And not to mention my feet and my legs, just my feet. Like, I realized that maybe towards the end of the night, I was in so much pain because I was enjoying the concert. The concert was the last 2 hours of my shift, right? So I was already dead tired. Like, I was already super tired and my feet were just already burning. So the concert happened and I'm just sitting here jamming and everything. So I probably exerted even more energy dancing, you know. But that's just the type of person I am. It don't matter what kind of music you put on, I'm gonna dance. If I like the music, if I can vibe with it, I'm gonna dance. That's the type of person I am. I'm a music person. Like, you know, it don't matter if it's country, and I don't even like country, but if it's something I can vibe to and I like it, then I'm gonna dance, you know? So that was the situation. It was like, oh, I actually really like this, and, you know, so yeah. But my feet were killing me, and by the time it was the end of the concert, and it's such a big stadium, and we had to walk all the way back to the other side of the stadium to clock out, and then we have to walk all the way down to where the buses are to take us to our parking. I mean, I thought that there was a lot of walking involved when I used to work at Walmart. Okay, this was crazy. But that's like only if you are like it's mainly just because we were on the way other side of the stadium, and the stadium is super huge, obviously. So yeah, I was like ready to collapse. Like, by the time the concert ended, I needed whatever energy I could pull out of my body to make it to clock out, get to the shuttle, and get to our car. Thankfully, my mom had enough energy to drive home, because babes, I was more tired than I ever been tired in my entire life. I think the only time, and not even, I was like, the most exhausted I've ever been was probably when we went on a road trip, and we were driving for like literally like 24 hours straight, it seems like, from Florida. I think that was one of the times where that was one of the most tired that I've ever been in my life. I think this surpasses that. I may not have been on the road for 24 hours, but I was standing for 9 hours. And I can deal with like jobs where I'm standing for like 8 hours type of jobs. I've worked at Walmart, I worked many retail jobs, but it's just something about last night. And I think a lot of it was because I was jamming out at the concert and I was exerting energy that I already barely had. And I think that's kind of why I got so toe up. I was toe down. And my body still feels exhausted. Maybe not exhausted, but I could feel my body, like it, you know, my muscles still feel a little sore, okay? When I say I was gonna eat some spaghetti. By the time I got home, I was gonna try to eat a little spaghetti because I also was starving. I ate at 9 in the morning that day. That's the only meal I had, was a little plate of spaghetti at 9 o'clock in the morning. And that also plays a part into things as well. I barely ate. Yeah, I ate at 9 o'clock in the morning. And by the time all this happened, we got home at around 2:11. So I was like, I'm super hungry. Even though I do intermittent fasting anyway, and my body's used to that. My body's used to having just maybe like one meal a day. But I couldn't even do that. I didn't crawl, but I shuffled out of the car and like somehow made it upstairs and got into bed, and I slept in my work clothes, and I immediately went to sleep. My body just shut all the way down. Like, I didn't even have time. I usually a lot of times have some type of insomnia, things like that, like, oh, I can't sleep immediately or anything like that. I mean, I didn't do anything. I didn't look at my phone. As soon as I went in the house, I laid down to go to sleep. My mom actually came in. She put some alcohol on my feet. She said my feet were swollen. Like, Mom, like. So that was actually so sweet. It felt like a dream though, because of I don't know. It felt like it was like a dream. But yeah, she had came in and put alcohol on my feet, and then I went to bed and she went to bed, and then we gotta wake up first thing in the morning to go. Now we didn't have to wake up super early for church, but I think we woke up pretty much at least I think 9 o'clock, or me, at least anywhere between 8 or 9 o'clock. So yeah, and then my mom had to like put some food on, and you know, she cooks every Sunday, so she put something on, and we got the boys ready, so they're gone to church, but you know, me and my mom are going. And I have a baptism class because I'm getting baptized next Sunday, and just wasn't able to make the class. I just wasn't. I'll try to talk to the lady after church and see if there's anything that I need or something I need to do, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't. Okay, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not. But I will be attending church today, so at least that's, you know, at least that's that. But I had a blast last night. I really did. I really, really had a blast, though, if nothing else. Because, like, we could have actually stayed outside, but it was dark. And it didn't have to be so bad, right? It's not like the job is just that bad. No, it's really just that particular night because they sent a few people who wanted to go inside, right? And so we wanted to go inside, which I'm glad. I'm so glad we went in, because if I would have stayed outside, I probably would have had this like FOMO kind of thing. Listen, the pain can go away, but the experience is with me forever, right? The pain is temporary, you know, but the experience of that concert is something that will stick with me forever. So I'm so glad that I went, because I don't hardly go to concerts, right? Especially like being so close and stuff like that. Like I said, every time we go to a concert, we get in the cheapest seats. We way at the top. We can barely see anything. We're just there for the vibes. But and then so we could have stayed outside and sat down in chairs and just could have been chilling like that. We could have, and it wouldn't have been so bad. I wouldn't have been so tired and exhausted. It wouldn't have been so bad in that regard. But yeah, we went in, and that was that. So that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm actually, I don't know what it is. I think my body just, I don't know if it's youth or what. Obviously I'm still tired, but once I was able to just wake up and put water in my eyes, I'm like, all right now. I'm all right for now. I'll tell you what, we get home from church, I'm gonna be like passed out again. I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna pass out again. Anyway, yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is gonna be a get ready with me, because I'm getting ready to go to church. Yes, bright and early the next day, going to church. Now first I'm gonna brush my teeth, because that's the first thing I always do after I took a shower. I just hopped out the shower, and now I'm about to brush my teeth. Oh shoot, oh, hold up. Her heck. Ow! Why, like I can't even brush my teeth today? Hello? Brush her tongue.